I believe so. Our judges on the floor, are you ready? Okay. You can time.
Good, uh, good,
You can start.
good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tabiso Mlaba, coming from the University of Zululand. We are also known as Team Data Critic. Data Critic. I have my fellow team members here, Wande Kwala, Msizi Kunene, and Mthokozisi Sibiya. Yes, okay, it's better. Did you know that in South Africa, that South Africa spends one of the highest percentage in GDP on healthcare, yet access and quality varies drastically between private and public systems. South Africa operates uh, in a dual healthcare system, a public sector that the majority of individuals in South Africa are actually relying on, and 15.9% that is occupied by the private sector. But still, we have issues with the private sector that we do have now. While private healthcare is renowned for its advantage facilities and high quality of services, it raises a critical question about the quality and accessibility. In this presentation, my team and I will delve into the dynamics of private healthcare in South Africa, exploring its structure, benefits, challenges, and the way forward. There is an imbalance between the demand and supply of the medical specialists within our country. In rural towns and provinces lack sufficient medical specialists, leaving individuals on private insurance with limited local access. This limited access prevents insured individuals from fully utilizing their benefits, which is reflected by the lower claim rates. Patients are often forced to travel across provinces to receive specialist care. Traveling for care incurs a significant cost in time and money, and specifically for the young working class and also our elderly population. These challenges can lead to dissatisfaction with the medical insurance, potentially resulting in policy continuation. In urban areas where specialists are clustered, higher competition for clients may result in a reduced business for some practitioners, forcing them to close their practices. Addressing these issues is critical to ensure that the equitable healthcare access sustain the private insurance participation and maintain a balanced distribution of medical practitioners across the country. So we did our own study, and we, as you can see, as you can tell, we have about 48% of people who actually find a medical assistant within their provinces, and about it's about 52% of these people, like of South African people owning medical aid, have to travel across provinces. We just focus our study just on provinces, but we still have also differences within borders of each province, because each province might have like towns, like cities, like like for example, the Eastern Cape. We can have people claiming from Port Elizabeth while they stay in the East London, which is not a walking distance, not a driving distance. We have to travel far, which is very costing. Furthermore, we did our comparison to see those people within the province against those people who have to travel across provinces. What are they actually traveling for? What help are they looking for? And then we saw that the general medical practitioners, there is a balance between the general, for those who actually travel for them and for those who get them locally. And then there is a gap, especially when we focus on pharmacists. You see people who actually travel across provinces just to get this kind of healthcare uh, from a different province. And also the last one, our very last bar, it's showing the optometrists. You see, like there is absolutely nothing that could locate within their province. And in this case, we just focused where are they actually traveling to, and we figured out that most practitioners are located in the Gauteng province, where other provinces are actually traveling from where they stay to Gauteng. For this kind of, we have, of course, Limpopo being the least, and this is from our data set, the Altron data set that we have. And then again, we wanted to see where we have most practitioners. And then we again discovered that Gauteng again has the most practitioners again, compared to other provinces, with KwaZulu-Natal being the least. And then in this one, we were just comparing actually, where are these people actually coming from? As they go across provinces, where are they actually located? And we discovered the unknown meant we had so many people who just couldn't disclose where they might be residing from. You say this is a very big number, and then followed by Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga, it looks like we have issues. Where we have people having to travel across provinces because of that. And then the list is the Northern Cape. And we did not end just there. We went further to investigate within the public sector again, not only, and we discovered that the problem is not only within the private sector, but it also affects the public sector as well. We still have Gauteng leading, and other provinces, and then we have the least in the Northern Cape, as it confirms what we had within our private sector. I think I would be I will be passing over to Msizi.
Hello everyone. So I will be looking at data preparation. So for data preparation, we use tools like SQL and Excel. Of course, Excel is still the best tool to do data preparation, to understand your data. So Excel was one of the tools we also used to do data preparation, whereby we also remove the duplicate claims in order to understand that, so that we won't repeat the numbers of people the number of same people doing the same claim in a country, so that you can see the difference, how they are spatially distributed around the country. Forwardly, we went to gather some shape files and some JSON file in order to see the output, or to see the outcome in a South African map. Then we go out to, we data source from Altron, where we are using the medical claims in order to see where most people claim, and we also use Altron data to get postal code. Then we geo-encoded those postal code in order to match where they stay. And also get the information about the specialists from the Altron data. We proceed to look for external data, which we get from the MediPage, where they always update their data. You can even get, the latest data that you can get is 7 days, the latest. So they keep track of their data, which make us to come with better insight, because the data is not outdated. So this is my part. I will be passing it to my team member.
5 minutes.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be taking you through data modeling shortly. We started by combining the tables from the database that we were given as the source of the data we are supposed to analyze, and so we combined the tables to suit our objective as well. And after that, we then decided, we then tried two models, of which was the random forest as well as the XG boost. So we then decided to go with the XG boost after comparing the results. So the purpose of this was to create a model that will then determine the demand of the specialist. So we then into optimizing the solution, we then used the genetic algorithm.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be taking you through the demonstration of our solution. Here is our dashboard. In our dashboard, we have an
We can't see your screen. I've paused your time. Paused your time.
Okay, this is our dashboard where we are visualizing our findings. We have an overview where we just visualize, and here you can just select a province and it will tell you how many specialists are in that province. As you can see that I chose Free State, and it is running, and it would give me a response on how much specialists are in the Free State province. There is the Free State province, and here in the model, when a doctor wants to check when they want to check where the demand is, they will just come here and select their specialties, then submit, and the and 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 the map will show them where is the demand. As you can see here, neurologists are in demand in KwaZulu-Natal, and these are the benefits of using this model.
2 minutes.
Using this model enhance an integration between the specialties and the underutilized specialties across the country. Doctors can search where there's a high demand, and they can go and offer their specialties in that province where there's a high demand. The future work is to go in details, not just focus in provinces, but we will go in details to regions. Where are the towns where they have medical aid, but they go to other cities to claim there, so that we can offer the specialties can be offered to them in the local area, so that it can improve the utilization of their medical aid, and it will inspire others to take on the medical aid scheme. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it Unizulu? Thank you so much. Judges, are there any questions? I've got one question.
Yeah, I would like to say very, very nice work, excellent effort. The one question that I have, the traveling that you are referring to, the interprovincial travel in sort of medical care, is it because of referral or is it just because of user preference? Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question. The travel is just because I believe because our data actually did not describe like any further information about why they have to travel back. We do believe based on the amount of of claims, like the claims amount, like they were the way they were huge. It meant like they were critical and serious medical conditions that they were traveling for, which could not like be ignored. So the fact that they have to travel is because they really had to travel.
Thank you. Dr. Geoffrey, online, you can pose your question.
Well, thank you, Chair. Mine is practical in a way that they are looking at their geomapping. Have you guys looked at the healthcare facilities or location, both private and the public? Because if you're analyzing the healthcare specialist, there is association of their spread. They are always booked on the private facilities and public. You can go to the private if you want, but you can still find the same guy having a session at the public hospital. So have you looked both facilities to make a sort of a correlation?
So to answer that, we look at both public and private. So based on the data that we get from the MediPage, they publish data about the specialist and all the medicals professionals. They publish data for public and private. So we look at both the spheres, the public and the private.
Okay.
Follow up, it's what data did you look at? So I couldn't hear that.
So we look at each we look at each specific we look at each specialty in each and every province.
Are you answered, Dr. Geoffrey? I think I've got it. Is it a question?
No, I just wanted to know if they had location data for facilities for private and
Location
public,
data for
because-
facilities.
Oh, we definitely had.
Yeah.
We had addresses of where they are. Their offices within the towns. Like we had like specific, and then we used their postal code to actually map up which province they came from. We didn't go into much detail about going region by region. We just tried to highlight within the provinces, just to match up with the external data that we also had that had provinces only.
Before I give to our judge on the floor, there is a question online.
How do you integrate geographical data or GIS with other healthcare-related data sets?
So it talks to integration. How do you integrate your data with geographical information systems?
So we looked at we used GeoPandas in order to use the shape files. Then we look at the towns, then translated the latitude to longitude so that we locate where they are.
Okay. Got one more question on the floor.
Thanks again, excellent stuff. So just to add, I think you've already answered Dr. Ditsele's question. So, but maybe to also supplement or to add to that question, so are you not maybe thinking that the disease burden versus the specialist demand could be another angle to approach the two? So for example, I do see the potential of the solution again for decision making from the National Department of Health, because you can see the distribution of the specialists as well as the people who are affected by those particular conditions. So if there's many people with diabetes in Gauteng, then you can help the National Department of Health plug in that clarity on, let's get more specialists focusing around that. So it's a practical and applicable solution.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I think that was the last question. We're out of time for questioning. A round of applause for Yunusile.